All right, and we back. It's Kash piece. Reacting to the final chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. As you can see, my background is a lot different right now. It's because this is a different place. But by the next time I react to something, whether that's One Piece next week or when Hunter x Hunter comes back, all this is gonna look different. I might flip this entire room around. Who knows? But today we're getting into the final chapter of JJK. And just want to say, this was an awesome series. Hold up, let me adjust Kuwabara Blake Griffin here just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Move this over. All right, so let's get right into the chapter. Well, last chapter, it was kind of like Gege Akutami, the writer of JJK, basically was wrapping up several of the side characters, some of the different people from the Culling games that made it through, as well as we saw Takaba, who was with someone that looked like either Geto or Kenjaku in Geto's body. And so it'll be interesting to see where that ends up going. But outside of that, we got a new mission for the Team Gojo, basically, which is Yuji, Megumi, and Nobara. So it'll be interesting to see what is kind of the point of this, since it's the last chapter that's about to happen right now. And we'll see if there's a sequel or if there is not a sequel. So this might just be the ending. All right, let's see. Chapter 271, and we got a nice color spread with a bunch of the characters right here. Yo, I'm gonna have to do a video or a tier list or whatever, ranking all the characters. Um, I'm gonna have to, look up some of these people's names again. You know what I'm saying? But I have a good idea of what everybody does in the story, and I might have to reread, rewatch, do all the things. I mean, the story's over now. But anyway, let's continue. I really like the way this color spread looks. And JJK has a lot of really great characters. But let's keep it moving. Alright. Catch this scoundrel. Couldn't find a cursed seal or marking anywhere on this chick. Okay, so yeah. The new mission that they got, basically, for some reason, is a girlfriend and a boyfriend. The girlfriend is cursed, and she sees the boyfriend with, like, big old bug eyes. So we're trying to see who is the reason that she is cursed right now. Couldn't find and this is Nobara talking right now. Couldn't find a cursed seal or marking anywhere on this chick. The cursed users gotta be nearby, right? Assuming they're not a cursed spirit and are working remotely, we ought to get the hell out of Dodge. You think we're in their range? Yuji said. Megumi's like, maybe. Their technique could be suited for covert work, or they could be extremely skilled with curse energy. This is becoming a pain. All right, Shikamaru vibes from Megumi here. Did his face ever go back to normal, like at all? No, I mean, I don't think so. Maybe when I was asleep. Oh shit! Oh shit! Holy snap, yo! That is really crazy. My bad. I just seen something, but I'm all good. Did his face ever go back to normal, like at all? No, I mean, I don't think so. Maybe when I was asleep. Assuming it's a no, then we're dealing with a range of at least 50 meters. Let's say 100 to be safe. That's Megumi saying that. So basically the girlfriend is seeing this guy with big old bug eyes, and so Nobara was asking her if his face ever went back to normal, and basically the answer was no, unless she was asleep, which his face hasn't actually changed. It's just her perception of his face. But yeah. And so now they're trying to decide or see if the cursed user is somewhere within a close range of them, 50 to 100 meters or so. Now Yuji's saying, what's the move? We're smack dab in the middle of town right now. There's people everywhere. Even if we check the buildings, there's too many blind spots. Although we should be able to notice when the technique is activated again if we get to a good spot, vantage spot. Oh, duh. We just have to go to an open field. Okay. an open field, and then it's got a little image in the background with the culprit going like this, and Yuji finding him, which is hilarious. That'd work great if our guy was a colossal dumbass. Oh shit, Megami, that's funny. Does that make me a dumbass for coming up with it? And Nobura's calling him a moron. Like, it's crazy how as soon as Nobura got back in the story, suddenly, we have funny moments again. Let's give the babe to Itadori. He can clear 100 meters in a flash. And then in the background, we got the culprit, technique's range, and Yuji dashing off. Even if the technique is disabled by moving out of range, they'd have to be a real idiot to show themselves right after. And we've already established they're not going to chase after us. They'd just wait till things cooled off and start over. We can't do anything to stand out. Obviously, Megami's the voice of reason, and he's trying to be level-headed and just, suss out where this guy is. Who's the moron now, Kugisaki? And Yuji and Nobura are literally just over here dicking around. How about sending them on an all-expenses-paid trip? And we got Japan here. And we got the couple, I guess, with some luggage and the culprit in the background. That might work, but the curse user likely knows her location through their technique. Well, we only have our eyes. Let's not stalk the stalker. If we send them on a trip, that might force the curse user to wait and reactivate their technique when they get back. Not entirely implausible, but that'd put the ball in the culprit's court. Alright, so just a quick pause on this. This is the last chapter of JJK. Like, how many pages has this been so far? Okay, it's only been a couple pages so far, but it's like there's so much that I feel like they could touch on or wrap up with this chapter. And I'm like, what is the point of this mission right now? But it could be leading to something, so let's see where it's going. Anyway. Yeah. Do you do anything but nitpick? Yeah. Plus, you're assuming this curse user dude is super smart. There's plenty out there dumber than us. Yeah. Try me at Othello Fushiguro. I'd wash you. I guess Othello is this game right here that looks like checkers to me. Checkers and Go put together. Hell yeah, let's show him our brains. You two sound like you're compensating for something. Yeah, all of them just goofing on each other is a great way for me to, enjoy this last chapter. But who do you think is behind this? So, let me know in the chat or the comments if it's somebody from the Cullen game. We'll have them leave the technique's range, then we'll strike the moment it's reactivated. That's exactly what we've been saying. Yeah. Having this last chapter be pretty funny is pretty cool though, I can't lie. And we just like seeing the dynamic of these three. My plan involves that. And then they're both like question mark. A 40 floor, he was pointing at it. A 40 floor condo. It should easily be over 150 meters. We'll have them go visit their friend and zip up to the top floor to get out of the technique's range. Then Ijichi-san and a window can keep an eye on the buzzer and the entrance. Damn, we kind of missed 40 chest big brain Megami in the story. I'm not gonna lie, because he was just kind of in the fetal position inside his soul for how long has it been since Sukuna took over Megami's body in terms of chapters? At least 100 chapters, right? But anyway, we'll find a good lookout point and wait for the reactivation. And as this is going on, we're seeing Yuji standing up top from a vantage point. We're dealing with a creep obsessed enough to stalk Fukuzawa-san 24 hours a day. We didn't find any hidden microphones. As long as they don't have a technique that lets them overhear our conversations, we should be able to bait them. Oh, your face is back to normal. Okay, so I thought she was trolling for a second, but no. The couple are in an elevator, I guess. And she realizes, wow, his face looks normal for the first time in however long. And so all of them are like, oh, well, that means that he's either out of range or he cut the shit off or whatever. Who the hell are you? Kugisaki, ready for launch. What was that song? Ga, his face turned back. Okay. Okay, so basically he had to jump out and get a little bit closer so that he could keep the technique going. And that's when they bounced, exactly what the plan was. And now we got a nice scene of Nobara jumping down using the hammer, saying it. She's not saying it's hammer time, but it's hammer time. And she using it to like rappel her way down the side of that building, which is pretty cool. And she lands, and Yuji lands there too. And they both said piece of cake. They're a little dynamic duo, and that's kind of cute. I can't lie. This guy's looking a little shook. Oh shit. Now they looking at each other and they got the big bug eyes. Nah, they look ridiculous. I can't lie. Scrolling down and then seeing that immediately fucked me up. Oh shit. Idiots. And then he starts running away. But you got the big demon dog waiting for him. And Megumi's just like, really? Really, you guys? Taking things lightly, I see. They said, I'm sorry with E-Y-E-I, like this one. Yeah. Especially funny because Nobara just has one eye now. And then an eye patch, so only one of her eyes looks crazy. You know this dude? No, I've never seen him before. You bitch! Oh, we got an incel alert incoming. Who do you think bought you that bag? That's crazy. The bag that she's holding? Nah, I'd be tight too. Oh! This bitch said, oh. That's crazy. Who would have thought? A classic pot calling the kettle black type situation. Nobara is crazy, yo, I can't. Seems like a petty grudge. It's not reasonable to expect her to remember every customer from her hostess work. That's crazy. Dude spent 1 million yen. Who'd forget that? Yeah, this is really funny, yo. Gege Akutami just wanted to flex his like slice of life / comedy muscles. This chapter, it seems like, because we're at least at the halfway point by now. And they pretty much accomplished their mission already, so what's the second half of the chapter about to be? Sounds like a pretty sweet gig. You're so clueless, you know that? And so Yuji takes a look. He was drinking his soda, and he takes a look to his left, and he just sees the culprit, I guess, in the back seat sulking. Hey, don't look so glum, chum. Not like you're gonna be executed or anything. What are you gonna do with me? I'm well past the age where I should know how to communicate, but I tried putting all the blame on her. Yeah, we know what you are, my friend. I thought that after Kusakabe sensei, I'd do switch training with you, Gojo sensei. I guess that'd be fine, but okay, so you just having a flashback. I guess that'd be fine, but how do I put this? Haven't we had enough, Gojo Satoru? What? I want to be a bit more forward thinking, Yuji. Sure, I want you to carry on my dream should anything happen to me. But if this... You see, now we're getting to some good shit. Yeah, give us a fucking Gojo flashback. How about that for the last chapter? You know what I'm saying? But anyway. But if this is where I bow out, there'll be a point where you guys grow further than I ever did, right? So, also, this is what Yuji was talking about a chapter or two ago, maybe it was 2 chapters ago, where he was talking about how although Gojo left those letters for Megumi and Nobara, he already had a conversation with him. And when I read that, I was like, I'm trying to think of what the conversation was, but I think that this is what the conversation was. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let me continue. Sure, I want you to carry on my dream should anything happen to me. But if this is where I bow out, there will be a point where you guys grow further than I ever did, right? I think there should be at least one among you who forgets about me and develops strength completely different from that of my own. None of us could ever forget you. You seem kind of out of character. You sounding a little timid. Are you okay? You're such a kid. This is confidence. Confidence I've never had before. That's crazy. Nah, nigga, you was doubting yourself. You was like, this nigga the king of curses, bro. He not playing at all. And that is facts. I'm expecting great things from you. Got that, Yuji? And great things he did do. I can't lie. Great things he did do. And will maybe continue to do. We'll see. You acknowledge, or will we get like a time skip at the end here or something? You acknowledged you messed up. That's all that matters. Take some time to reflect, then come help us on our next mission. You see, so maybe is this the beginning of Yuji being a mentor or something? Or is this guy supposed to represent the readers, the incel ass readers that don't know how to talk to women or use express their emotions properly? This is the adolescent teen right here. I'm expecting great things from you. He's putting on his Gojo face. He looks like that's like All Might's face, which is kind of crazy. Let me know down below if I should catch up on My Hero. I kind of dropped that like a really long time ago, but I did hear that the villain arc is good. I stopped before the villain arc, so I heard the villain arc was good and everything after that was pretty good. But let me know if it's worth me picking back up. Anyway, so you just putting on a Gojo face for this guy. By the way, what'd you do with that thing? Nobara is asking Yuji, I think. Oh, I tossed it. What? Don't sweat it. It's not dangerous anymore. Should make for a perfect talisman now. Come on. Megumi saying come on to him. It's all good. Alright, so what is it? It's about to be something stupid that he definitely should not have thrown away. For sure. That's the only thing I know for sure right now. And Yuji just got like a stupid smile on his face and he's just walking. Howdy, Sukuna. Who would have thought I'd see you here? And it's what's my guy's name? Is it Mahito? Idol transfiguration guy that looks like Shigaraki from My Hero with patched up face. Well, what's this? Our third conversation? That's funny. Sukuna is hilarious, bro. I low-key wish that I started reacting to these like around when I caught up with the manga and shit. But I don't know. I might go back and just like have it. Maybe next year or something. I'll do a stream where I just start reading this in bunches. But or watch the show in bunches or whatever. But anyway, my technique messes with the soul. After all, Consider this a vestige. Welcome to the pathway souls walk on. Welcome to the pathway souls walk on their way down the cycle. I meant to ask you. You were lying, weren't you? To yourself and everyone else. You weren't living according to your own stature. This is Mahito saying this to Sukuna, which Sukuna's fit is fire, yo. Like, that's one thing. This man always got the drip. That's crazy. But anyway, you wanted revenge. Revenge against those who resented and persecuted that cursed, unwanted little wretch. What's the difference? Sukuna's that nigga. Yeah, I can't. He really is. I lived in the only manner I knew. That is how I chose to go on. Actually, no. I had different paths I could have traversed. Two, to be precise. And we see, I'm assuming Urame and is this supposed to be Yorozu on the left? You see, I looked up some of these names or watched some videos also. Shout out to who are some good JJK people. Shout out to Restless Gambler. Shout out to No Operator. Some very good JJK people. 100. But anyway, let's see here. And yet I couldn't help but spit out the curses stirring deep within my viscera. Broken Ronin, another good one. I feared my own curse would immolate me. What the hell? This is Sukuna saying this, by the way. Should there be a next time, perhaps it would be nice to walk a different path. So, what's the different path? The different path is where you show love to these two, I guess. Let me reread this. Actually, no, I had a different path. I had different paths I could have traversed. Two, to be precise. And we're seeing, I believe, Urame and Yorozu. And yet, I couldn't help but spit out the curses stirring deep within my viscera. I feared my own curse would immolate me. Should there be a next time, perhaps it would be nice to walk a different path. That's so boring. You've gone soft, asshole. So wow, what Yuji was saying like rubbed off on him and at the end about and his pity for him, like that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Giving some closure to Sukuna's character, I'm not even mad at this, to be honest. Some people are probably like, what the hell? Sukuna should just be a dickhead to the very end. But him being a stubborn asshole and not wanting to admit any of the stuff to Yuji's face, I definitely understand that. But in the afterlife being, like, maybe he was right. Because Sukuna is one of those people where he's like the loneliest person of all time because he had to toss away all those emotions so that he could be like the strongest of all time and stuff. And so Gojo has a loneliness also to him in being the strongest, but he also had all these people that he really cared about and that really cared about him that also drove him to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Nothing drove Sukuna but himself and his wanting and being the strongest and having power and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Yuji was really spitting when he was like basically dissecting his ass. But it's actually nice to see Sukuna get, some closure to his character, which makes me wonder about what they were saying in the last chapter about Tengen and the barrier and how the barrier's staying up as long as Sukuna's presence is still there or something like that. So if Sukuna is actually not going to be like on evil dickhead mode anymore, then him coming back, I don't know, it doesn't really matter as much. You know what I'm saying? Because if he's coming back, we need him to be a menace, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad at this, to be honest. I'm not mad at this. Mahito's like, that's so boring. You've gone soft, asshole. Obviously, I lost after all. You see, I like this. I actually really like this. What the hell? So I'm the only one left suckling like a child? Suckling like a child is crazy. God damn it. And now we're seeing Maki, Yuta, Panda, and Inumaki, something like that. We got Stargirl, I still don't remember her name, and Hikari. And then we got Team Gojo. We got Yuji, Megumi, and Nobara. Who, again, I've been saying this for each of the last few reactions I've been doing. I love their new designs here, so I feel like it'd be a waste for it to just be in these last couple chapters and not, used in either some spin-off stuff or, a JJK2 part 2 or something. Thank you so much for reading these past 6 years. Please look forward to Gege Akutami's next work. Volume 29 and 30 will be released together on December 25th. His next work, you see, so that doesn't really close the door on what that'll be. It could be something completely different in Gege Akutami. That's all up to you, man, if you want to do that. But there's so much more that can be done with this story, in my opinion. For this to just be the ending, it felt like there was going to be some more there. But Sukuna's closure, I'm really happy with it. I don't understand the point of this last mission that took up almost a full chapter. I guess the point was for this moment with Yuji being like, I'm expecting great things from you, for little incel creeper boy. So, which is like, it don't hit the same as Gojo saying it to him, obviously, because Yuji's that nigga. And Gojo's that nigga. So that nigga telling you gonna be that nigga is obviously gonna be fire. But yeah. It's a lot that of meat left on the bone, pause. You know what I'm saying? I definitely needed more Kenjaku stuff. I definitely needed more Tengen stuff. I definitely needed to see the merger happen. We needed to see the merger happen. And we needed to see them stop the merger. I'm not gonna lie. Like, even if they beat Sukuna, like, something needed to happen with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually, like, really disappointed that nothing happened with that. Because they really was building it up like that was some kind of ticking time bomb that they needed to prevent, which they did prevent it. But at the same time, it's like lackluster in my opinion. What other like beefs do I have? I wish we got to see Megumi do more, even though, you know, maybe we got to see his potential through Sukuna, I guess, and Sukuna being able to show what he would be capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like this is a weird comparison, but in like an adult Gon type of way, where we kind of got to see what Gon's maximum potential would be like, even though it was in a really messed up, effed up kind of way. And we haven't seen Gon in Hunter x Hunter story since since pretty much after the after effects of that in the election arc. But if we never do get to see what Gon's full potential would have been, we kind of did get to see it. Or if we never do get to see what Megumi's full potential really is, we kind of did get to see it. You know what I'm saying? Also, did they talk about the Kamo and Gojo clan stuff at all in this chapter? Now that I'm thinking about it, because if they didn't, what was the point of bringing that up? What was the point of the new Shadow Styles school stuff with Kusakabe and Mei Mei killing the last head 2 chapters ago, whenever that was? What was the point of any of that if there's not going to be a sequel here? You know what I'm saying? You just literally filibustering and wasting good portions of the last couple chapters of this story. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I don't believe that. To be completely honest. But yeah, I think that there's going to be a part 2 still. But I think Gojo's going to take I think Gege is going to take a nice break here. Well deserved. Amazing story. If nothing else comes out, I have gripes, but the most amazing parts of JJK are going to stick with me forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the best moments, I'm going to start making some videos. I know. I am. Because there's a lot that needs to be said about this series. There's a lot that I have to say about Hunter x Hunter that's coming back. There's a lot that I have to say about One Piece, which has been on fire by itself. And the Egghead arc was crazy, and then Elbaf seems like it's gonna just keep rocking and rolling. So I'm gonna start making videos again for sure as we get into the winter time. But as far as JJK, just to wrap things up here, it broke my ankles so many times. This story, when I caught up to the anime and then I started reading the manga, the manga was I was like, damn. At first, I thought the Calling Games arc was even better than Shibuya, whatever. Um, and it was just on fire. And then when I got to the Gojo versus Sukuna fight, like it was just peak for real. You know what I'm saying? One of Gogo's one of Gege's best strengths for sure is like making really impactful looking panels with fights and like swift movement and all kinds of stuff. It's all really great. Like the fighting in JJK is so good. The story is good at times and it could be better at other times, you know what I'm saying? But the story left me wanting more. Like that's kind of my last feeling on the story. There's great narrative themes that are throughout it, character themes, uh, a lot of good things. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of great story stuff, um, especially in the Shibuya arc. Some of the different twists that happen, like at the end of the Culling Games arc, when Sukuna does the switch into Megumi's body. Like, there's amazing fucking moments in JJK. There really are a lot. Hidden inventory. That whole flashback was great. Toji's amazing. You know what I'm saying? As a character, but it's a rough path that it went down towards the end there, And everybody like surviving that fight with Sukuna makes no sense in my brain. Like it really doesn't. And he just tried to breeze past that and then had the nerve to have almost a full chapter, the same chapter that you're showing that all these guys are alive still, to just dig on the doubters and the haters. Like, do that in the chapter after that. That's what had me sick. That chapter, yeah, I can't lie. I think that was two. I think it was 269. I don't remember, but that shit had me sick. Do something with these character designs for Team Gojo. I want to see more Higuruma. I want to see Kisakabe lead the new Shadow Style school. I want to see whatever this Gojo versus Kama thing is. I want to see who that is that's with Takaba. We didn't get that answer here either, which it seems like uh, 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 it's probably just Kenjaku literally as his sidekick now, which is crazy in my brain. But it's a lot that we didn't see in this chapter. You know what I'm saying? But JJK is really good. This ending is not good, in my opinion, Loki. I like Sukuna's ending, but I don't like uh most of the characters' endings, I guess. Gojo's is fine, you know. Gojo's is fine, and I like the way that he had a message for each of his students on the way out, except for Yuta, I guess. Was He didn't really leave nothing for Yuta, I don't think, right? He didn't get a letter. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it would have been nice, Well, I mean, Yuta and Gojo obviously had their moments, you know what I'm saying? But it would have been nice to have one more with that passing of the torch. It seemed like all the Yuta stuff towards the end was all Maki, 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 and they didn't even really, really do go crazy with that. So it's like there's more there also that could be, you know what I'm saying? But I understand that's just kind of like the dynamic of their characters and shit. But we didn't see any Yuta and Rika stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Rika saved his life. We didn't even see Rika again after that. And I feel like Rika kind of deserves some more respect here. Like, just let her pop out one time. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, those are my initial thoughts on this chapter and JJK as a whole, I guess. But as far as, anime, manga, whatever that came out in the last 10 years or so, this one might be the best. It might be the best. You know what I'm saying? As far as the highs of the story, and the lows don't bring down the story enough for it to, don't bring down all of it enough for me to not say that I really love this freaking manga and anime. You know what I'm saying? So let me know your thoughts. Sorry I was rambling there a bit, but I was really just kind of stream of consciousness talking about some of the things I like about the story. and some of my gripes. But either way, catch me on the next One Piece review. I will be making some videos about this as well, and not review, is a reaction. And be on the lookout for Hunter x Hunter stuff coming up as well. And besides that, have a nice night, all right, or day, whatever time it is you're watching this. Peace out.